Good morning, Star Wars unboxing fans. We are here at Disney's Pop Century Resort on our yearly vacation, our pilgrimage to pay homage to the mouse, the keeper of the keys, if you will, the owner of most of my money between Disney trips and Star Wars merch, movies, experiences. So we'll be showing a lot of different video content from down here in Orlando, or I should say, technically it's not Orlando, it's outside of Orlando. But what we're gonna do today is step outside the bubble and go to Disney Character Warehouse. There's actually two. I might hit both today, I might hit one today and one another day, we'll see. See how well we do at the first one. Today is a Sunday, which means that it's close to the big day to go to Disney Character Warehouse is typically Wednesday because that's when they restock. But there are some specific items I'm looking for. So I'm hoping that they still have them. Star Wars, mostly Star Wars, but some non-Star Wars. But so we're gonna take a ride over there. There's two. One is in Vineland, which is only a few minutes outside the park. The other one's on International Drive, which is a bit of a hike, not too far. But so let's get going here and see what we can come up with. So obviously parking here is a nightmare. I think that there is, if I'm not mistaken, there are some paid spots that are like really close to the front, but they're all taken up. These are all free spots, but they're literally cars just spinning around. They're going to spend an hour here trying to find a spot. It's crazy. And there are cars that are just literally, almost every aisle has a car waiting, you know? So my suggestion is that if you keep going around the outlet, this is Vineland. I think the other ones, the International Drive one, there are other ones too. I haven't only gone to those two. But I don't believe International Drive is nearly as bad. But this is just unbelievable. And it's just, you know, it's just demand. There's just tons of people. The deal, I mean, look, Disney Character Warehouse is one outlet. There's tons of outlets here. Now, people live by, you know, they live for outlet shopping. I mean, I lived, where I live, it's not there anymore, but we used to have the Liberty Village outlet, and that thing was always, for a while there, that was like the place to go. People would travel hours to get there. So, this is Florida. This is Orlando. This is right outside the Disney parks. And this is also where local people will shop, as well as people that are in the know and know that you can get some really great Disney merch. Not to mention, you know, all other brands that will have outlet centers. I don't know how much savings there are there. I will tell you that the Disney ones are true to, you know, true life in IRL discounts. You know, I've seen these things in the parks, particularly holiday related or merch related to, you know, festivals and marathon weekends and things like that will drop. Anything that's dated will drop to seriously low prices once the event is over. Not that you know, you take a risk. Some people will just wait until this happens and then go, but you take a risk because you know, if it's really popular, the item will sell before that. So anyway, that's where we are. However, on the backside of water, the backside of, if you know, you know, the backside of this outlet, there is a parking garage that is a paid parking garage. I am probably, every time I come in here, unless you're getting here before 10, before it opens, you're probably best to just, you know, my time is worth $10, you know what I mean? So, or whatever the cost is to just park your car. I don't plan on hanging out here very long, but still, it's worth it just so I don't waste energy in the car and gas in the car bopping around. So I think I'm gonna try that. Okay, it's now $12 to park, but you know what? I'm okay with that because, wow, that's insane. Anyway, but people come here for a reason. There's amazing prices. I don't go into the other shops. I'm just doing Disney Character Warehouse. But we will see what it is. First of all, we're going to see if there's a line just to get into there. It is Disney, so guess what? There's often a line, even if it's a warehouse. So let's go check it out. And there it is. Disney Character Warehouse, and yes, there is a line. It's insane, man. They gotta open up more of these or take up more space. It's crazy. Sorry for them talking out real loud. I'm probably gonna get copyright strict, but that's all right. I'm talking over it. So, whoa! Okay, it's a line. We'll be here a bit. These plates, matching bowls and stuff. I really do love this, but I don't like traveling with dishware, so. Not Star Wars, but let's say Star Wars adjacent. Lightyear, that kind of looks like an E-wing. It's actually a little bit, I mean, I'm actually glad that it's a little bit more loosey-goosey inside and isn't too crowded. But, whew. Here we go. So what do we have here? Oh, we have the Rey. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a Ray Saber. $74.99. Come on, can't beat that. Got some Leia figures. Ahsoka. Yeah, these art kits have been here a while. I might pick up one of these for the sale next year. These are cool. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I know I already have that. I'm looking for the Boba Fett one. I think that might be all there is for Star Wars in general. The rest of these are clothes related. But just doing a quick peek here. Avatar. It's funny, a Lightyear, it seems like a long time for Lightyear stuff to come out. $44.99, 39? Either 39 or 44, I'm not sure. Cool. All right, nice. Yeah. Ooh, okay. All right, so we did not do too badly. Got the Rey's lightsaber for $74.99. We got the Obi-Wan 4-figure pack for, I want to say, $14.99. And then I believe there was a single figure droid factory figure for $7.99. I believe those two figure packs are going to go out into the sale for next year, because I believe I already have them, but I have to also do a double check to make sure I don't. If I see them again, I'm going to stop at Walmart. We're going to go to International Drive and check out that one. There is a third Character Warehouse in Florida, but it is 3.5 hours away. It's at the Sawgrass Mill Drive or Mill Road or Mill something, and I am not going to go through there. Even though I know the one non-Star Wars item I wanted was broadcast there, I'm not going there for that. So it's fine, not a big deal, but we'll see what else we can find in International Drive. I find it interesting in both of these places, these outlets, they don't have maps. It's like they purposefully took them out. It's like casinos, it's designed to get lost. I mean, thankfully, Google Maps works just as well as driving as it does walking. So, and there it is. Now, it always seems like the one in Vineland is always a line outside. This one seems a little bit more subtle. Not as much of a line, still crowded, but nowhere near what it was, what Vineland is. So, International Drive, if you want to, I still had to pay $12 to park. It was still the parking nightmare. But if you want a slightly less waiting experience, it's pretty much the same merch. I mean, there's a couple of things different, but well, I say that, let's check. Ooh, cool toys. Okay, I need to talk over it, but They are playing the Muppet cue music. I am happy as anything. They are playing Muppet music from Muppet Vision 3D when they used to have their little store. They are playing the music. I'm so excited. All right. I'm probably going to get flagged on this one, so. Yeah, it looks like Star Wars stuff pretty much the same. Got the Ray saber over there. We got. Oh, I didn't like stop to look at this. This is the like a Vader. Huh. It's interesting. It's like a, I guess, a crossbody bag. A couple of puzzles. Yeah. Oh, there you go. All the things about shirt sizes, you got to be careful because of, they usually only have unusual sizes. Sokodama, cool. Nubs. Let's hear for Nubs. Oh, all right. I might be picking this one up because of that. Look at that. Anything Cantina Band, I am all over. Everything else is pretty much the same. All right, cool. Man, but still, the one item I was looking for that's non-Star Wars, not here, not present, unless I see it in the checkout aisle. I don't want to film too much because I don't want to film kids. So I'm keeping things up pretty high. Oh, the Tron merch is nice. I always thought these are like really cool items to get while you're on a trip. They're not always that expensive, even in the initial purchase price. But you know, you have little play things. They don't take up too much room. I just take them out of that package. So it's cool. I love this. Orange bird. Here. I don't know what that is. I'm not even sure what that is. Cool. Oh, I wonder if they have that golf shirt. I was looking for that. Yeah, see, that's the thing. No. Oof, sweaters. No, I can't even think about a sweater right now. British skirt. Okay, I think we've gotten what we came for. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm going to end the video here or connect it to... I still want to check out, I might check out these character warehouses in a week or two because they do change merch. They do tend to update every Wednesday, I believe. So I was going to maybe wait a week and try again. I got videos pre-recorded, ready to go for the next couple of weeks anyway. So I think I will work my way out here. Oh. Oh yeah, pins. That was the other one. I don't see any pins. Dang it. Looks like they've stopped doing anything with pins. That's the other droid I picked up. This is the other droid. I am totally getting copyright stricken here. But it's worth it. Hey, a movie, a movie, everybody. One of my very underrated. All right, cool. Okay, so now it's the next morning, or I should say afternoon, excuse me. I did not find anything at the second character warehouse other than what I was showing everybody. I did pick up the Mickey hat with the Cantina band art that I liked. $7 or $7.99, which is nice. So now I'm gonna head off to another place called Recycling the Magic, and this is a group that gathers up and collects theme park memorabilia. Sometimes it's park merchandise, sometimes it's park props, costumes, all sorts of different things, and they resell it because Disney tends to auction off all of their items that are unsold. You know, after it doesn't sell at the character warehouse or whatever, or if it's damaged goods, they'll put it out in an auction. I remember, oh gosh, it's got to be close to 30 years ago. My father and I actually we were all down here with our family traveling, and my dad and I decided to go check out the auction. It was interesting. They had all sorts of stuff. You know, they had from merchandise to props to seeing around the resorts to all sorts of. I think they had an old piano. That was interesting. Piano that used to be in the parks. You know, so I thought that was cool. So we're gonna go check that out. It's about a 30-minute drive from the Disney bubble. It used to be located. They were located inside of the what's it called? The Lakeland Antique Center. And the Lakeland Antique Center has since moved to another location in Lakeland, and they have this group that had a booth has now moved out on to someplace else. So we're gonna check them out now. I don't know if they're up for me filming too much in here, but oh my goodness, this place is crazy. It's just props and costumes and just everything. But this is the part that was interesting to me. H has a magnet. Darth Vader helmet. Oh, Halcyon Galactic Star Cruiser. You know, I never got this one. Mostly other things. Like it's, you know, obviously Star Wars is only one drop in the bucket of Disney, but this is just insane. Let's see what else I can find here. Oh my goodness. You know, it's not all Star Wars guys, I know that, but yeah, this is still incredible. Oh my god, Lionel trains. Okay, so that was Recycling the Magic. It was amazing. For Disney fans, for Disney aficionados, it is absolutely outstanding. I'm gonna put this out there. I didn't pick up too much, but I will show you what I got in a second. But that's it, Recycling the Magic. Okay, I'll do a screenshot of that, so you got the contact information. I did ask them about, I said they get some Star Wars here and there. There's a few big ticket items that they might be getting in. I said to the guy, I was like, look, I don't have a budget for big ticket items, but I do have a budget for small ticket items. And there were some cool, a little bit more unusual items here. So I'm gonna go through them. This is a copy of what's called Eyes and Ears. Obviously, this is a Star Wars Celebration Chicago program, which I thought was really cool. Eyes and Ears, for those who don't know, is actually the cast member magazine. It's been in existence since the beginning of Disney World, at least. And it was fun when my daughter was a cast member as part of the college program. She actually received a copy of this, and she received the coveted best copy ever, which was the whole Galaxy's Edge opening day copy, which was just incredible. But I thought this was pretty cool because it's a Star Wars celebration thing. It's not just about Star Wars, there's other articles as well, but I just thought the cover was really cool and celebration. So Into a Larger World. This might stay in the collection, or it might go out into the sale next year. We'll see. But it's really cool to get a unique item that's only available to a select few. So it wasn't very much money too. I think it was like $1. I don't remember if I got this Death Star hat, but the Death Star Mickey hat. I think what I'm gonna do, I have like 3 of them now. I have 4 now. I have the R2, 3PO, this one, and the one I just got from the other place. I think I'm gonna put them, like kind of shape them together, like maybe do a half moon thing like this, you know, where you kind of put it in like this, and then figure out a way to display them, you know. I'll clip them somehow, I don't know, we'll see. But this wasn't very much, it was like $8. It was not a lot of huge stuff. This one's another one. This is a inaugural event guide for the Star Wars half marathon Dark Side. So I've never done a marathon or a half marathon or even a 5K or a 10K. I think I could do a 5K. I'm waiting for the appropriate one to come out. So this was just a kind of an event guide about it. It's just a nice little ephemera. We have a couple of, there's another, park map or Star Wars weekends, but this is going back to 2014. You know, back when they did start, this is one of the last ones, because 2014, they had already purchased, I think, wasn't it 2012? So this is among the last ones that they did. So I wanted to have I don't believe I went to this, so I wanted to have a brochure from there. These were the most expensive items. These are, I guess there's some type of placard that you would put over something. I'm not exactly sure what. It's kind of got like a plasticky kind of thing. We have episode 1, Phantom Menace, episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So these were like $10 each, but I like a little bit of, I don't have a ton of display items, so I wanted to get that. And then we got another Star Wars Weekends, one of the early ones, button from 2001, square button, that's cool. This one was sitting in there, which I thought was kind of cool. This is from 1982. This is a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Atari cartridge. Now, I don't have an Atari, and even if I did, this is not the most exciting game, but it was one of the first, home video game system games, if not the first, that they came out with. So it's kind of I'm gonna keep it it looks in decent shape. I'm gonna keep it in the collection for a bit, but I did have a couple of people both last year and this year asking me about video games. So there you go. And then the only other thing, which was, kind of unusual, which was I got Mon Mothma. I love Mon Mothma. I already have this one, but I want to get one. I want to take one out of the package. So now we have 2 Mon Mothmas. All right, so I did also get an Animal Kingdom cast member medallion, because that's where my daughter worked and when she did the college program. So that was a pretty successful thing. I mean, it's definitely more, I will say this, if you are an only Star Wars fan, do not make the trip. Do not make the trip to this. It's about a 32-minute ride. It's unlike the character warehouses, it is a far more pleasant ride. There's very little traffic. You're not doing I-4. You're on 429 most of the way, and it was just kind of a smooth ride. But it is a bit of a hike. It's about 32 minutes. Not terrible, but from the Pop Century Resort. So take it or leave it. It's a little bit of sensory overload, but if you are a Disney fan from a little bit more than casual or more, there's amazing stuff in there. I didn't want to film too much. I did a little bit of a walkthrough in one room, but there's literally like 5 rooms. There was product from years ago, like 1920s, well not 20s, but 1930s, 40s, and 50s, and later. There was posters, there was blueprints, there were things related to everything under the sun, sketches, not just like original cell art from movies, but the sketches that they came from, like just everything under the sun. This person is a massive collector, and this is his business now. So recycling the magic. It is pretty much 100% Disney. There was a little bit of Universal stuff in there, a few other non-Disney items, but generally speaking, it's all Disney. There's some cool stuff in there too. There was like a Snow White doll signed by Walt Disney himself. I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff. So that was really, really cool.